Hello, and welcome to the final episode of Developer Secrets for Racing Lagoon. This episode focuses on hidden content found within a demo disc that Square released in Japan called Square's Preview Volume 4. This disc contains an early playable demo for both Racing Lagoon and Legend of Mana. The demo starts off with a trailer for Racing Lagoon, which I've translated here.
蘇る横浜最速伝説。男たちは何を求めて走り続けるのか。ハイスピードドライビング RPG レーシングラグーン、最速の彼方へ。
The demo itself is a modified version of Night 1 of Racing Lagoon, featuring some promotional FMVs in place of most of the cutscenes. The greatest difference you'll notice is that the driving physics of the game are vastly different from the final release. Character portraits also have talking frames, and it seems like they were experimenting with different character animations at this point. Some of it looks really bad, while some of it looks pretty cool. It's no secret that the art team struggled with some of the technical CG aspects of the game. You'll have to play the demo yourself to find all of the differences between it and the final game, because this video will focus on the data mined content that is inaccessible by playing normally. Because the demo is a snapshot of an earlier version of the game, in development, the data contains records for more beta and cut items than the final version. Note that many names, icons, and descriptions of the cut items are either missing or placeholder. You can see some placeholder MS Paint engines here, for example, and many just have this placeholder green box. I'm sure people would want to know if there were any cut cars during development, and there are two of them in fact. First up we have this garbage truck named Duster. I guess the development team decided they already had enough goofy cars in the game, with the bus, truck, and limousine. Next up is the Alpha 3000, based on the real-life car Alfa Romeo GTV 3.0 V6. I don't know why this one was cut. If you watched the previous video, you would have seen a different iteration of NOS. The fact that they went through all these changes and it was still cut from the game makes me believe that the dev team really wanted to make NOS work, but unfortunately they weren't able to do it in time. Next we have a set of lights. The shift up indicator would have made manual transmissions a lot easier to use for some people. I am really not sure what Hama Rider is supposed to be. I think horns would have been really fun to have in the game. I'm pretty bummed out that they were cut. What do you think the Horn Diablo would have sounded like? Hub spacers were in the previous video, but I found the icons for them in the demo. We also now have a description for the misfire system. Scramble Boost would have been very interesting to have as a gameplay mechanic. Because it's so dangerous, I wonder if using it had a chance to destroy parts of your car, as kind of a risk-reward system. In the last video, we saw how traction control systems were cut from the game. This ECU had one built in. Here's a list of cut turbos. It seems as though stock turbos were going to be individual items at some point. I'm also very amused at their attempt at spelling Jekyll and Hyde. That is a fun name for a sequential twin turbo, though, have to admit. As a reminder, all adjustable parts were cut from the game before release. Here's an example of a suspension with adjustable height and damping. Mufflers in the demo had both a diameter listed as well as specific exhaust noises and loudnesses for some of them. Very ambitious for their time. Here's the icon for automatic transmission. At some point, it was going to be an individual item. Here are some 6-spoke wheels. No idea why these were cut. And here are some icons for parts that I'm not really sure what they do or what they are. The last one does look like a CD player though. If you have any ideas on what they are, let me know. Alright, I've saved the biggest surprise for last. There is a single description in the game for a part that hints at crafting, meaning that item crafting was at one point being considered for the game. If this video has shown anything, it's that this game was incredibly ambitious for its time, and that the ideas that they were coming up with in 1999 wouldn't be standard in racing games until almost decades later. It's truly fascinating what they achieved back then with Racing Lagoon. There's still nothing quite like it. And that's the end. If you have ideas for other kinds of videos or other kinds of backer rewards, please let me know in a comment or in a DM. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting this project. I'll see you in the next one.